Welcome back.
Oh, welcome back after our long...
A couple of weeks due to some unfortunate circumstances.
Hello, Steeler Nation.
But we are back, and we are rolling better than ever. Thanks for tuning in to the last episode. For this one, we kind of wanted to track back on what we talked about last episode, because everything we did talk about has changed in the past couple of weeks.
Yes. We have a guest.
Guest.
Just a
Yeah,
guest.
just a guest.
Our
Just a
guest. We just have a guest.
Yeah.
Yes, we have a guest, and he actually has a mic this time, and that's Jeremy. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
He has a great voice. He's not a Steelers fan, though. Like we said on the last one, he's a Cowboys fan.
We try and overlook that as much as possible.
How about them Cowboys?
He has watched more Steeler games, though, than Cowboys games,
Well,
just
it's
out of...
more enjoyable to watch the
hanging with
Steeler
us.
games.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, the Cowboys did make the playoffs
You know,
Only because
because, go ahead, we
Never mind.
won more
No.
games.
yes, you did. You did. You got me there.
that's a
Good old-
fact.
yeah.
Yeah. But if you don't win the Super Bowl, then it's the same thing as not winning
seasons.
any
Yeah.
games.
Now look, we have a better draft pick.
Yeah. Look at that. How'd that pan out for you? So, last time we talked about the needs of the Steelers.
Yep.
In the draft. We what was it? We talked about the picking up a lineman with our first pick. I think we were all agreeing on that, right?
Well, I don't know if we need to anymore. I mean, we picked up 2 of them or 3 of them.
We have, like, almost an entire new offensive line.
That's going to be good in the first few weeks.
What do you
That's what
mean by
pre-
that?
that's what
Because
preseason's
it takes
for.
on, like the line. That's like that one unit that has to like get used to playing
Yeah.
with each other.
But at least they'll have the whole off season, a couple preseason games, and then hopefully we don't start as slow as we did last year.
We got rid of our entire secondary almost. It seems like.
Mm-hmm.
We got rid of Jack. He was a backup linebacker. Then we got rid of
Spillane.
who was a very solid, a lot of times starting middle linebacker. We got rid of Bush, who was a starting linebacker, which I don't think any
He
of us
shouldn't
is
have been.
upset by.
Nope.
Yeah, that one's fine.
No
But
loss.
that was a bust. That was the definition of a bust. We traded up to get
Again.
him.
He wasn't a bust the first year. It was all because of his injury.
That's a bust.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying,
After
if you
the
didn't
first
get
year.
Right? Do you agree?
I would agree with that.
who's
No,
the guy? Who's
Jarvis-
the best?
year.
Jarvis Jones.
Yes, he
Was a
is a
bust.
bust.
Okay.
We traded up
But
big time.
How
for him.
high? We traded up.
he was his first round.
So was Bush.
I think it was-
We traded with Denver to get him, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But Bush
there's
got
high
at
hopes
least
for
one
Bush.
good year.
The first year was fantastic, and then he just got hurt. If he wasn't hurt,
You
it
don't
would've been
remember
a
his
different
first year?
story. So
I
that's
do
why
remember-
I
I
kind of go
remember-
against it being a bust.
I do
Yeah.
remember his first year, but it was a long time ago. In football years. 3 years ago is a long time ago. Ask Zeke Elliott.
Yeah,
Unemployed.
he is unemployed.
So were you happy when you got that news?
Yeah, I'm not mad about it. I mean, he's a aging running back. You know, it's not a bad thing to let them go. We're gonna have dead money, but
Yeah.
you know,
said
it's going to help the cap
A
in the long run. So they freed up a ton of cap room, and we were hurting in the cap. So letting him go, and that's going to be helpful for us in the long run. So
I think Pollard's better anyway.
I think he's more shifty.
I think they'll draft the running back to be the starter.
No.
yeah, I don't know.
Pollard's gonna take over.
But he had that injury. Didn't he have to get surgery on it? Ankle?
Yeah, he broke his ankle.
I don't know. I
Oh,
don't think that's as
I forgot about that.
significant. Well, we won't know until next year
Yeah.
how he's moving.
I read that Bijan Robinson's a good fit for him.
Where's he coming out of?
Is that the Clemson running back? Or the Georgia, one of the SEC teams?
Mm-hmm.
The Steelers aren't going to take him, so I don't really care. But
I mean, I
I
do
think
feel
we're
like
set.
running back. I mean, and Pollard's obviously a prime example of that, and we've seen time and time again that you just don't need to necessarily draft a running back first round. As an Ohio State fan and a Cowboys fan, I was pumped that we got Elliott, but you know, I don't necessarily think that you need to draft a running back first round
Anymore.
Yeah, and you haven't really needed to for probably the last decade. You know, there are tons of athletic running backs that you could fill in.
There's always
Get a
those
couple years.
those ones that they're game changers though.
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell was a game
Yeah.
changer for the Steelers. Like if the defense has to game plan around that running back, then I would say that they're worth that first round draft pick. But he's gone now.
But
He's
when
boxing.
was the last running back that signed a second big contract that earned that second contract? That like earned all the money that they got from it throughout that second contract.
I would say right now, or it's going to be depending on how he plays. But C-Mac, because he went to the Niners, he helped him out a decent amount this year. But
Yeah.
he didn't sign another contract though, did he?
Not yet.
They're going
Do you
to.
think Eckler? He's holding out for money.
He's
He's wanting a lot of money too.
well, he's going to a different team.
Yeah, but do you think he's going to get the money from that different team?
Maybe not as much as he wants, but whoever.
Yeah,
does.
but I like when was the last time that a running back like played their rookie contract, balled out, got their second contract, and then kept balling out?
Phew, I don't know.
beast mode.
That's a long time
That
ago.
was a
too.
long time ago.
That's a
That's
long
my
time
point.
ago.
Like
Yeah.
you know,
It's a different
like
world.
Zeke, he earned that second contract. Like he balled out, he earned that second contract, but you know he's just not been this the same since. And there's been a ton of running backs that have been like that, and I just don't think that you need to necessarily use a first round pick on a running back anymore.
That is valid. But one of the things we talked about last time was Sutton. Cam Sutton at the time was still with the Steelers.
Cam, sometimes Sutton.
Yeah, and Steven was a hater, and he said bad things about him all year long. Even though
Sometimes a hater.
he played very well for us last year, and he was a hater.
Dude, you were cursing his name as
No,
well.
I wasn't.
Oh, yes, you were.
I
Only
defended
sometimes.
him.
We're gonna
Only
start. We're gonna start
sometimes.
recording our games so we can
We're
go
gonna-
back and
I think
show.
we
Like,
Actually, we are going to
watch
start
this.
doing
Yeah, we
that.
want to do a podcast during a game.
I don't think we're gonna be able to do it during, but we should film it to where we can add in snippets.
like-
Because
Well, no, not-
podcast, we're all
yeah.
gonna
Oh,
just
I'm
be
down with
screaming.
that.
Yeah.
No one's gonna want to listen to that.
It's more
can't
like
sit
it's just
down.
the reaction
Yeah.
video.
Yeah, reaction video. Exactly. That's what we'll
certain key
need.
plays.
Against the Ravens. Whenever we play the Ravens, we'll do a
Yeah,
reaction
we'll
video.
well, I think we should probably just record every game
We're gonna.
and just see if we
Absolutely.
want to, because
See
we
what
might,
the-
or might not.
Set up a camera.
See
it'll
what our
be fun.
reactions are.
Yeah.
See the despair in our faces.
Edmonds
Not
was
for sure.
also on our team during the time of the last podcast.
Good
and,
riddance.
And DJ was mean to him and said bad things about him.
he
and
did hate on
played-
Edmonds the whole
Hard.
day long.
I
yeah.
did.
Even when he did good things, he called it a fluke. Like.
Some of his
Yep.
good things were flukes.
And then he's gone now, so that's another secondary person. But we still have Levi Wallace.
Yep.
He's good. He's hurt a lot, but he's good.
Kazi, we brought him back.
I don't.
Yeah, was it? Well, no.
Easy, Kazi. Yeah, we brought him back.
Oh, we got
Safety.
We got what is it?
Pure.
Oh yeah,
James.
Hamlet. What's his name?
Let's see.
which one?
DeMonte Kazi.
I can't remember.
Oh, we're forgetting a big name. He's an old guy, but
Yeah.
we're forgetting a big name. Patrick Peterson.
We did sign him, which I think your response in the text group kind of
Was
summed it
he's
up.
old.
You said, you mean that guy that used to be really good?
Yes. Okay, you're right. I
Okay.
did say that, and I stand by that.
But okay, and then I brought up Hayden, because when we picked up Hayden, it was the same thing.
I don't think Hayden was as old as
He
Peterson
was 30.
Yeah, Peterson's 33 now.
How many corners had
3 years is a
5 or
Big
more
difference.
interceptions last year?
In corner years, yeah, that's
Well, yeah, but everybody said the same thing about Hayden. Like, he's not going to do anything for us, and he held
And
down.
he
held
actually
down
did
that
good
secondary
for a
2 or
while.
3
Yeah,
years.
you're right.
But that's a 3-year difference. I mean,
That's a good point. Yeah, exactly. But with the contract we signed him to, was it 1 year, right? Or was it a 2 year?
I think it's 2. But
Even then, it's
Peterson,
1 year.
his peak was higher than Hayden's was before they both came to the Steelers. You know?
Yes.
Much higher.
Yes.
Because I think Hayden only went to 1 Pro Bowl.
Patrick Peterson, he had 5 interceptions last year.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's solid.
That is solid. We could use that.
Yeah.
How many
It's-
interceptions did Sutton have?
I don't know.
I don't know. As a team, the Steelers were number 1 in interceptions last year.
Yeah. And we had one of the worst secondaries. How does that work?
Minka Fitzpatrick,
Yeah, Minka. That's why.
our only hope besides TJ.
Well, Diggs, or almost, what was he, 2 years
Yep.
ago? He was number 2 in interceptions and gave up the most yardage. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
it's interceptions doesn't necessarily mean
Right.
it's you have a solid defense.
It's just so weird because it's like you're either going to get really good or really bad out of that secondary that we have right now.
Usually, if you're able to create turnovers, that usually indicates a good defense, but it doesn't always tell the whole story. Who's your guys' sack leader last year?
Highsmith.
Highsmith.
Was
Yeah,
it?
only
that was only
only
'cause TJ
because
was out
TJ
8
was
games,
out.
right?
TJ was out
Yeah,
the
but
majority
I
of the
But-
year.
say that guy stepped up.
Yes, he did.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So we'll probably
He's
get,
it's gonna be fantastic watching them both when they're both healthy.
and then maybe Bud Dupree
that would be
coming back.
super good depth.
Was he good last year?
I
think
think he was
he was-
hurt.
he
He
was
was hurt
hurt.
a lot last year, but when he did
Solid
play,
pickup. Solid pick. That's the
haven't picked
story
him
when he
up
was
yet.
at Pittsburgh.
what's that?
I remember so many times I was like, I cannot wait to see
Well, that-
TJ and Dupree on the field at the same time because
Yeah.
it rarely happened.
Well, that's why we signed Highsmith for the depth, and then he ended up taking over.
To like augment him or whatever.
That Cole Holcomb middle linebacker
Yeah.
that we got, I think he is going to do some damage.
He can't do worse.
I think he's going to do really
'Cause our middle linebackers-
really good.
We're weak. So that would be nice. But that was our recap. Oh, and then I was going to bring up, I think. Okay, hear me out before you guys freak
God,
out.
are we going to number 18 now?
I think a move that we should do. Think about this, right? Because apparently the NFL doesn't think he's that bad because they're not smart yet. They'll know eventually. He will be exposed. I think he already has been. But DJ, right? Say we trade him.
Deontay Johnson.
Yes,
Okay.
we trade him.
Mm-hmm.
Get a couple picks.
You think we'd get 2 picks out of him? The
Yeah.
guy that you hate.
Yes,
All right.
I don't hate him. I just
You despise him.
Let me ask this question. Out of the potential 7 round of options of picks that you could get, what 2 rounds of picks do you think you could get for Deontay Johnson?
I think we would get a second and a fifth.
Okay. So the last time we had this conversation, you stated that he was the top wide receiver 3, was it?
No.
You did
Okay, you're
say he
putting
was a
words in my
3.
mouth.
No.
I
you
said
said
that-
he was he wasn't a number 2
Yeah, you did say
receiver.
he was a-
Physically,
And
on
I
the depth
said-
chart, he's obviously number 1,
I
but he
said-
is not a number 1 receiver.
And I said, well, then, I said, what wide receiver 3 is he? And you said he's a number 1 wide receiver 3.
He would be.
So what
He would be.
wide receiver 3 are you giving a second round draft pick for?
But it's kind
see-
of quiet in here.
Okay, well, no, that's why I said because the NFL thinks he's better than he is, so that's why they will do a bad transaction and give us a number 2.
But we already have 2 number 2s.
No, a number 2 draft pick.
Yeah, we already have 2 of them.
We have 2 second-round picks.
It's
Or
basically
we have
2
the
first-round
picks. Yeah.
Yeah,
and then 1 second round. But
yeah. Then we
they're-
get and then we get
They're
a
saying
second
the
one.
second
Oh, yeah,
round
okay.
is
I
the
got
very
you.
first.
I got you.
It's
Right.
weird how they did it. Thanks, Miami.
Yeah.
But yeah, do we need to get rid of someone who's reliable?
Nope.
Who are we getting rid of? Who's reliable again?
Johnson.
He's not reliable.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Man,
This
we're
is
going
okay.
down
This is
train
why
again.
we have
Here
to
we go
record the
again.
games, so I need a fact checker.
Oh, we're
Yeah,
gonna
and we're
record the
gonna
games.
prove that he is reliable.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Well, I know that they're not going to trade him.
I
No.
know they're not either. That's why it's a pipe dream of mine.
Okay.
It's a pipe dream. And then, so that was basically the recap of last week, or not last
And
week, several weeks
I
ago.
read where Gentry re-signed. I didn't see
Yep.
what the deal was, but we got him now.
That's a
Again,
good backup for
so
Moose.
I think
They're
that's
almost
perfect.
identical.
Yeah.
Moose is probably more athletic, seems
Yeah.
like.
Better hands.
Yep.
But Gentry's more of a blocker.
Gentry, we threw them the ball way too much last year.
We did throw him the ball way too much.
Yeah.
But that's because Kenny was running for his life.
Yeah.
The
That was-
true
that
number
was a
one.
dump off option.
The true number one on the team. That's what.
You don't think Harris is?
Say what?
Who's the true number one?
Receiver?
Oh, the true number one. That's what you're talking about. I thought
Yeah.
you were talking about the true number one on offense was Pickett, like the leader.
No.
Just clarifying that.
Yeah, I was talking like for Pickens. But
Pickens is the true number one in your eyes,
yes,
and he will be in my eyes halfway through the season. Like
he
I was
already
saying.
is. You just don't want to admit it
pretty
because you don't
much-
want to lose the argument. That's the only reason you're not saying it.
He's a fan favorite.
What are we? Are we fans?
Yeah.
So if he's the fan favorite, he's the true number one in your heart. Number 14 in your program, number one in your heart.
All right.
Okay, so what's the surprise? We recapped. What's the
Okay.
surprise?
All right. So, I'm very eager and excited to show you guys something. I'm just gonna show you a picture of it.
I feel like I'm gonna be let down because it's
Oh,
been
you won't be
so
let
built
down.
up.
No.
What is this? Been over a
I-
week now?
Finally got a tattoo,
What?
Oh,
and this is it. Troy Polamalu with the logo behind.
Oh, wow.
That's on.
That's
you
on
right
my
now.
That's on your
forearm,
body.
yep.
On the back.
Dude, I'm so excited.
Is that
It
on the
looks so
front?
good.
like this.
I'll show you. Here, hold on one second.
Hold on.
This is why we need cameras for things
You
like
didn't.
this.
You
Yeah.
should have saved this news for the audio.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
for the
That's why he's
video.
wearing long sleeves.
I don't know. It's right there.
Oh, where'd you get it done at?
Nick Inc.
Ooh,
Tattoo.
shout
That's
out.
in Anchorage.
Shout out.
Nick Inc. Shout out to you. You crushed it. Here's a little side by side.
Oh wow, that is
Look at that. You're
Ridiculous.
so white. He didn't even have to put any in the background.
No, he didn't. It was perfect. But anyways, I was super happy with it. Super eager to show you guys live
Okay.
on the podcast. I can't wait till I can actually show you.
I'm so happy
And
So
for
is
you.
it safe to say that's your favorite all-time Steeler?
Absolutely. And it's
That's a good one.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a good one.
So it was many years of trying to figure out what to get. And then I put the concept together, and then I found Nick on Instagram, and I was like, this guy he could pull it off. So I messaged him, and he was ecstatic to do it. He really wanted to do it, and he crushed it. I mean, it looks identical to the photo. And then the logo behind it just brings it out.
Makes it pop.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna have to
So-
upload that to the Instagram page.
I
for-
absolutely will. I was just waiting to show
Yeah,
you
that
guys.
is-
I
Oh,
was
yeah,
pretty
you gotta put that
excited.
on the
Man, that
Instagram
is
page.
so
That's
good.
Little video.
Yeah, a little video.
How long did it take?
That is.
It was about 5.5 hours.
Okay.
I think. Yep.
All in one
One
session?
sitting, yeah.
Yeah.
It hurt.
I
First
feel like
tattoo, I was like, yeah, this ain't bad. And then about 4 hours in,
it's
I
always
was
4
like,
hours.
oh my god!
Every time
you
I've
know,
got,
like, when are we done?
Because I got my arms all done up. Every time I'm on that table, once I get to that like 4 hour mark,
Yeah.
and, like your body's like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, it was burning.
That
Well, that's awesome, man.
That is dope.
that's
Thank you.
ridiculous.
I'm pretty ecstatic about it.
See, my tattoos, none of them I think about before. I just kind of show up and I'm like, I guess I'm getting a tattoo today, and I don't put any
Nothing
thought.
wrong with that.
Like I have a walking middle finger
Where's that at?
on my arm.
I want to see that.
It's yeah. Like these ones, I got teardrops on my fingers, and
Feel
everyone's like, "Why?" I was like, "So I can make fun of people like that work for me." I could be like, "Wait,
That
go
is
do your
pretty good.
job." Yeah,
We do
was
need
just
to
like
get a
on a
video
whim.
on
That was
here
just
so
on
you
a
guys
whim.
can watch
Yeah.
our reactions.
that's a dope tattoo though.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
that's,
excited.
That's nice. It's clean.
He did a great job.
Thanks. Yeah, I thought so too.
And
Definitely going back.
when do they haven't released a schedule yet? No.
Not till
No, we know who we're playing, but
Mid-April,
not
I
the dated
think?
schedule.
Obviously, that episode we're gonna have our predictions,
Mm-hmm.
our season predictions.
That's easy.
We'll go
W
through
all
each
the way
game.
down.
Okay, now you're starting to
Just
sound like
kidding.
Jeremy, right?
I'm just kidding.
No, Jeremy's actually one of the more down to earth Cowboy fans I think I've ever met. Everybody else,
Yeah, I mean, I like to have realistic expectations.
but your counterpart's not on the same mindset.
I mean, there's a lot of people out there that they believe they can win every game. I mean, it's only been done regular season wise. What?
Twice. Oh, regular
Maybe.
season?
Yeah.
It might be more than that.
Probably more than that, but it's only been done a full season once ever.
Yeah.
So I know we're gonna lose.
I'm pretty sure it was.
We're
only
we're
the
bound to
Patriots.
lose at least one. I know the refs
Oh, is
hate
that
us.
where you're at? Wait, so you're saying right now?
I know the refs
for the
hate us, so
record-
we're gonna lose at least one. 'cause
You're,
of
for the
refs.
record, you think you're gonna go 16-1?
No, I'm saying that we're bound to lose at least one. I'm saying that we won't have we're just not going to have a perfect season. So I like to approach the season with realistic expectations.
Are you guys this year? Do you think you're gonna have your drama that you have every year?
I mean, it's the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
just-
Jerry Jones.
It's drama Cowboys, you know. It's just
Right,
comes
but
with it.
it's frequently around the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the guys got to step up. Dak, I said it last year. DJ came over to the house a couple times, and for the playoffs, and I said we will go as far as Dak takes us.
That's crazy. 2 times.
And that
Going-
first
going
playoff
playoff
game, he played well. He lit it up. He played well, and that second game he played terrible. And
Like you got Washington Redskins.
it's
back.
and I feel like the team has improved so far this offseason. So but again, next year we'll have a good team, and we'll go as far as Dak takes the Cowboys.
Are you excited about your new corner?
Yeah, I think that's
Stephon Gilmore?
yeah. I think it will solidify the other side of that, and with Deron Bland. So I think the defense will be solid. Dan Quinn sticking around again, turning down head coaching positions is. I mean,
Maybe he likes the big D. I don't know.
I mean,
He just likes to be there. I guess I don't know.
yeah.
But
I mean, he turned down head coaching jobs. He said he's got unfinished business there.
Multiple
he wants,
times.
Yeah, he wants to.
Forever unfinished.
with
business.
that mindset, he's going to be there forever until he retires.
Hey, I respect it. Not too many people will do that. I mean, that's respectable. So
That's how I felt like with Dick LeBeau. He was there like. He had that defense ticking, and then it just was one thing after the other.
As soon as he left, we needed to just start a whole new scheme because we kept trying to run his defense,
The zone
and it
blitz.
wasn't working.
We should have retired the defense.
It only worked
him.
with him.
Well,
I mean,
because
he
they
had,
had
he had a solid
well-
run in Cincinnati for a while, and it just did not work out there.
Yeah, I think what was the Butler was his linebacker coach, so I think that's why he kept it around.
Keith Butler.
He was not good.
No.
I remember that one game
Oh,
he
that
was
defense
sick or
was so
something,
bad.
and Tomlin ran the defense that week, and we did very well, which made me think maybe Tomlin should just be a defensive coordinator.
It made-
Isn't that
again.
what he was doing in
Yeah.
Tampa Bay?
It
Or
made
was
me
he a-
wonder.
Minnesota,
specialist?
he was
he
a D coordinator.
Yeah, it made me wonder what power does the head coach truthfully have if every week you suck, and then when you take over 1 week, your defense is a different looking team. Like, why can't you just implement
Yeah,
your
just
thoughts onto that the rest of
going
the
with it.
season?
He's
Yeah.
a very trusting coach. You know what I mean? Like he's like, I'm not going to step on anyone's toes. I respect that about him, but sometimes toes need a stepping.
Yeah.
I think that's a true thing. But yeah, you could say the same thing about Dallas for years too, though. With what's his face when he was a head coach,
The clapper, the fan.
Jason Garrett?
Yeah.
Jason Garrett. Yeah,
Yeah.
Very
well,
supportive of his team.
Yeah. That whole situation was so strange for so many years because he got hired before who was the coach? So he was hired as the offensive coordinator, and then they hired the head coach. And
Wade? Was it Wade?
Yes, Wade Phillips.
Yep.
So
great
Wade Phillips,
defensive coach.
great defensive coach,
Like one of the best.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
we had that stellar team, and the second that we had a losing season, Wade Phillips was out, and it was just a matter of time because it was very obvious that Jason Garrett got hired to be the head coach, and they just didn't want to make him the head coach. And then
Because I thought he took over halfway through the
he
season.
did,
Yeah,
and
he was
then
interim.
Jason Garrett just got extended this
Just clapped his way to the top.
he just got extended this long just way too long of a
He was there for
oppor-
so long.
so long.
Like everybody was
Yeah,
for
Tony
sure he
Romo's
was
career
leaving.
was
and he
gone.
just didn't
Right,
didn't
so sad.
it just didn't do well with it. I just felt like he was a good fit and he had an opportunity to do better than what he could have done.
Do you want some whiskey?
So, yeah.
Some Maker's Mark? You guys want some whiskey?
I'm all right.
You could use your cup.
Yeah, that's also we need to
I'm
get
good.
videos. So
I
they
feel
can
like
see
this
our
is a
setup.
celebration. This is the first time that the headphones, microphones,
Actually, everything is working.
it's
We
super
gotta
organized.
Get that video going. That's next.
The neck, yeah.
It'll be there.
And
And then we can do a draft one,
a draft one.
a live,
Yeah.
maybe a live.
Yeah.
Oh, live reaction to the
Yeah,
draft. That'd be
yeah.
fun.
If Steven's here, of course. But
Yeah, let me check my schedule.
Oh,
real
jeez.
quick.
he has the
Yeah.
biggest.
He's on
he has
tour.
the biggest.
It'd be a wedding.
I
Like,
have a lot of
I-
weddings.
I wouldn't be
that
surprised
happen.
if his iPhone wasn't like capable of holding like all of his dates. Like he had to break out the old Palm Pilot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like its only job is for like dates.
Keeping the
a
dates.
beeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Guys, I
sweet.
gotta.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Like earlier, we're like, "Hey, are we gonna start?" And then he's like, "I gotta go warm up some food prep."
What's wrong with that?
I'm just-
You were begging for food.
I was hungry, but I wasn't gonna leave. It's just Kelly. Yo, shout out to Kelly. Super nice, and she's like, "There you go." You just left the crowd, the people behind.
So I did look up teams that have gone undefeated the whole season, and 72 Dolphins, obviously, 2007 Patriots losing in the Super Bowl.
Hmm.
The Chicago Bears in 1934, and the Chicago Bears in 1942.
That doesn't count though.
So that's it.
So
That's it.
4
So-
teams, regular
Yeah.
season.
But
That's
that
nuts.
doesn't those the old ones because I thought we were
Oh.
talking like Super Bowl era. That's a lot.
Oh yeah, no.
You want some whiskey?
And the Bears in 34 only won 13 games, and in 42 it was only 11 games,
So with that comparison, like
and they both lost.
if
in
you
the
think about it, when a team like when we were 11-0
end.
that one year, Eagles going, people automatically start going, oh, they have a chance to match the Dolphins.
Mhm.
There's only been 4 teams to do that in
Yeah.
history. Like, don't even talk about it until you're 14, 15 games in.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
don't even worry
So
about
you're
it.
at,
'cause-
in the
Well, that's my
playoffs, right?
point. So
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
so
only been
slim.
done. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like we're not gonna go.
Yeah, there's no
undefeated.
way.
And you're sitting here talking about Cowboys fans saying that we have unreal expectations. This man just said, "Oh, it's easy. We could just go 16-0 down the schedule." Okay.
I'm not saying I agree. I don't agree with him. But
I can have dreams.
big news though.
Oh,
We I think this was one of our funner topics we did like during the pilot and the messing around with this was Aaron Rodgers because he's a weirdo.
he's out of
I
his
think we
cave.
can all agree he's a weirdo that does drugs apparently according to Steven.
Everyone knows this. I don't know how you guys
Look at
don't
the
know
eyes.
this.
Look
Yeah,
at the
just
eyes.
Look at his eyes.
That would be one we'd put in the clip
Yeah, exactly.
of his eyes. But
We'll still do it.
we'll still bring it up. We'll bring it
Just
up
have
later
a
on.
picture real quick
Uh,
of his eyes.
Did he officially sign, or it's like 99% that he's going to the Jets? 'Cause
99%.
he had a
It's
wish
not
list?
official.
But he said the wish list was not
Yeah,
a real thing.
Alan Lazard went there and gave his press conference and was like, "I'm excited to play with 12 again."
Who wouldn't be?
Well,
Exactly.
him saying
Right.
that though is stating that.
Oh, you think the
They're
wish
try-
list was real?
No, I'm saying that Alan Lazard got signed by the Jets,
Yes.
and then in his press conference, he said, "I can't wait to play with 12 again." Meaning,
You're
12
saying
is
that solidifies
Rodgers-
that he's going there, right?
Yes.
And I assume he is,
along with
but
all the other rumors.
I'm talking like because they came out and said that before he would sign with the Jets, he had a wish list.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
I can see him having a wish list.
I could too. He's Aaron Rodgers.
I 100% think he has a wish list. I mean, I don't know if that's the reason why Lazard said that, other than the fact that he's just reading into the fact that that's almost a foregone conclusion.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's possible.
But I did read an article yesterday that the Jets are unhappy with the Packers' asking price.
So it's not done yet.
No, it's not.
Not done
Nope.
yet.
There's no way he can play there after all this.
Nope.
It's impossible.
He said that
After
in the last
he can play.
No, in Green
in
Bay.
Green Bay.
No.
Oh no, he's done. In
Just
Green
like
Bay.
with Antonio Brown.
They
Like,
said he
remember
was
when
d-
he
he
went
was
to
done
go
in Green
talk
Bay.
with the owner and with
Yeah,
Rooney?
yeah,
and then I
and
was like, oh,
everyone
he's
was
trying
like,
to save it.
yes,
I'm like,
he's
there's
coming
no
back.
way that he could, after all that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he probably just tried to promote his
Well,
rap album, and that was it.
An interview I saw with Rodgers, he said that he wishes that the Green Bay ownership, he said if they would have just came up to him and said, hey, we're ready to move on, it's been nice, he would have liked that. Instead, it's kind of been like almost backdoor. So now he feels like if he doesn't go to the Jets, what can he do?
Well, to me, the funny thing is everybody is kind of really jumping on Aaron Rodgers for all this drama, and I don't understand why, because this is the exact, almost identical treatment that they gave to Brett Favre.
Yep. Brett Favre was batshit crazy about
15
that whole
years ago.
Yeah, it was. But do you remember how he was just? I feel like Brett Favre was pulling those strings. Remember he flew there.
Yeah, but now
Careful
it's
what you say
like,
about Brett Favre on podcast.
but now here we are. We're looking at Aaron Rodgers, and it's like the Packers are giving the exact same treatment.
Yeah.
Like we're reading almost identical the same scenarios that are being played out.
I think 15 years later it's going to happen again.
Yeah,
I mean,
It's ironic he's going to the same team. Super
think he's going
ironic.
to the-
Yeah. So is he going to play for 1 year
Maybe
with the
he'll
Jets and
go
then
to
go
the
to the
Vikings.
Vikings?
And then he's going to go to the Vikings
Yeah.
so he can beat them.
And then are the Saints going to be unreal? And is there going to be a defense gate?
One penalty shouldn't. One bad call. Well, I'm not going down that road, but
No, that was against the Rams. That you're thinking something different.
I was thinking about that
I'm
one.
talking about
I'm-
Peyton's.
I'm
bounties?
talking the bounty gate. That's
Sean
what it
Payton.
was. Yeah,
Oh, when he got suspended for a year.
Yeah.
yeah. For Greg Williams' defense, where they just were
How
like
do you
trying.
prove that?
I don't remember how they proved it. I think it was through players actually.
Through players.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I
Testimonies.
cut him so fast.
Well,
Talk
Little
about that's
Snitches
that's
get
locker
stitches.
room talk right there. You know the
Yeah.
rules. You don't talk about that shit.
especially when they already got paid.
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Why ruin a good thing? That's like old Reggie Bush. I feel bad for him to this day. They're like, what? It was like, what, 10 years later, they're like, give us your trophy. Okay.
Well,
Oh,
now,
yeah.
I didn't feel bad
forgot about
about that now or then. Now I feel bad for them because
Because
it's
all the
like-
players are getting
Because
paid.
now they're all getting paid.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
millions of dollars. And
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
him getting paid, like, that changed the performance? No, it was just like, oh, look, you did this because every college player trying to go to the NFL is going to do as good as they can regardless.
and it's like that. Like now, like that guy should get his trophy back.
Other
'Cause,
guys
like,
have gotten paid.
He should, but could you imagine the second place guy? Like, I imagine this in my head. They like just knock on his door one day. There's no like ceremony or anything, and they're like, "Here's the trophy."
No, there's just no winner.
Yeah, they just.
Oh, they
it's just
didn't even
void.
give it to him.
There's no winner for
Oh,
that
that's
year.
messed up.
Like technically,
Then
there's
if I was a
just no
second place guy, then I'd be mad again.
winner. Oh, I would
Be like, wow, I should have got that trophy. I'd be mad if I got it. Be mad if I didn't. I'd be impossible to please.
I wonder who that was. Was that Vince
Typical.
Young?
I thought Vince Young
Vince
really
Young
only had
won,
that
right?
one
Or did he
game.
not win?
Yeah, I thought Vince Young
I
won
thought he
his.
won.
Did he win one?
He won one.
Yeah, but that season, like that national championship was his
was
game.
it.
Like he had a solid year, but not like Heisman worthy. But
No. The year Vince Young won it, he was unreal that year.
yeah, that year. But I mean, the year Reggie
You know,
Bush
the
won
only-
it.
The main memory I have of Vince Young.
No, Vince
is
Young
when
did not
James
win.
Harrison and
They flipped them.
Brett Kelsey, and who was the other one that part of that? I can't remember. There was 3 Steelers picked him up and flipped him on his head, tackled him
They,
for a sack.
Right.
they like suplexed them
It was,
backwards.
That was a highlight.
No flag. There was no flag on that
We'll-
play.
It's a
We'll
different
post that one
time
too.
Yeah, we'll get Kelly you writing all this down. You get all these video clips.
I mean, she's good. Of course she is.
I told.
A+ producer.
I saw her binder yesterday. I was thoroughly impressed of the organizational skills there. Super impressed.
Better than anything we have.
I think you need to get closer to the microphone.
Sorry, how's that?
I don't know for sure.
I don't.
I
know.
just
Yeah,
feel
we
like
won't
it.
know
Watch that.
until we
Yeah,
won't know.
that's. I got scared.
Oh,
I got scared like 5 minutes ago, and I was like, okay, say something.
go ahead. Say whatever you want.
He, oh, yeah, if he goes to the Jets, look. Do you guys remember how legit the Jets were last year?
Yeah.
Legit.
They were legit.
They were one Joe Flacco
I
win away
guess.
from.
Yeah, and then not only that, how many quarterbacks did they start throughout the year, and they were still that close? Imagine if they had a solid starting quarterback, a consistent
Yeah.
one, not even solid. They would have been in the playoffs.
Yeah, and then if that one, what was Brees Hall, didn't get his
Yep.
ACL torn,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, that's when they were really.
He was the number one.
because he just kept running it down.
That's what I'm
everyone's
saying.
Throats. Yeah,
But imagine Aaron Rodgers, because when that man has a running game, he's a top 3 quarterback in
Yeah.
the NFL.
their defense is fire too. It's
All right.
kind of a scary team.
So I said all that.
NFC East looks good.
Right.
AFC, sorry.
I said all that to say this because obviously now I think that the NFC, their only saving grace for quarterbacks was Aaron Rodgers for like top tier quarterbacks, and now because that's like the talk, all the quarterbacks are in the AFC now.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I think we should all go down the list and everyone rates their top 5 quarterbacks in the AFC
Past or present?
right
I'm
now.
just kidding.
Right now,
Just in the
Because
AFC.
you know it would have been Big Ben.
just in the AFC.
Just in the AFC. You got Patrick Mahomes is number 1.
I also
Jeremy's
have.
the guest; he has to go first.
Okay.
Put him on the
So,
spot.
NFC,
I know, right?
NFC
I'd
guys.
say, I would have to say, yeah, Mahomes.
Mahomes number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Burrow.
Okay.
I'm gonna put
Don't say it.
Allen.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that's personal though. That doesn't.
No, it's not personal.
It is personal.
No, it's not.
You know the dude.
Okay,
Well, you
a
know
little
somebody that knows
bit.
him.
Okay. Let's see. Herbert. I'll say
Herbert, I like that pick.
Yeah, I think he's.
Underrated right now, or not underrated. He just hasn't been in the best spots, but talent-wise, you can see it.
Yeah, I mean the guy is really really good.
He's very good at football. Yes.
Let's see, 5.
Who'd you say so far?
He said he went Mahomes,
Mm-hmm.
Burrow,
Mm-hmm.
Allen,
Mm-hmm.
Herbert.
Yeah,
Number 5.
AFC only. I feel like I'm missing someone big here.
I'm surprised you didn't.
I don't think you are. You're on point.
Okay.
I think I have a wild card that you guys won't agree with, but those top 4 that you've already listed would be in my top 4.
That's the only part I disagree with. It's just one of those names.
I don't like one of those names.
Well, obviously, but you cannot deny that he's a freak.
Here's a list of the current ones. It helps. I know memory's kind of hard sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of moving around.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
is.
there
There's been a
was.
lot of moving.
This is helpful. Yeah.
I know.
Trevor Lawrence.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what I
Really?
was gonna say too.
Yeah.
I have my 5.
Yeah.
I think he has potential, but I
Dude,
just
no,
haven't
he-
seen it.
I
Okay.
think
I think
especially
he played
second. I think
really
second
well.
half of the year last year, and we're only talking
Let me
AFC.
see.
Yeah.
So
This will be easy for me, guys. You ready for this?
Not Josh Allen.
Number-
not Josh Allen. Not
Number 1, Mac Jones. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Going off of decisions that we think are going to happen, I'm going to have to go with Mahomes as number 1. And then I'm going to have to go Joe Burrow as number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And number 3 will have to be...
I think Herbert is a better passer than Allen. I think Allen's a better athlete.
Absolutely.
yeah.
And I'm going to say something controversial, and then Jeremy's going to lose his mind, but I'm going to, and so will you guys, but I'm going to have to say it. So what I say, I said Mahomes, then I said Burrow,
Mahomes,
and
Burrow.
then I'm going to go with Herbert as number 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then number 4, I'm going to have to go with, okay,
Mm.
I'm going to have to go
Scroll past
with,
that name.
see that whole list.
Yeah.
okay,
Now-
okay, all right,
It's
okay.
hard.
Oh, wow, this is really going to upset you guys. I don't think Lawrence, because I think he will be, but right now he's not. So I'm not going to say him, okay? I'm not going to say him yet, no disrespect. But number 4 is going to be, oh, it's a toss-up right here. I'm going to have to go Aaron Rodgers.
We're banking on the fact that he's going to.
He's
going
to go there. He's going there.
Well, if you're banking on that fact, then
Was he in your playbook whenever you did yours?
No, because you asked top 5 quarterbacks in the AFC.
But he's going to be in the AFC the next
not
year.
yet, though. You never know.
But he's not.
Maybe
in
he goes
that
to
wasn't your
Vikings.
question.
Well, would you put him in there? Would it change your list if he's there?
If he gets traded there, yeah, but he's not in there at this current.
All right, so let's take him out then, since he's not there. So number 4, I'm gonna go with Lamar Jackson, and then Deshaun
can't even
Watson.
get a team.
And then Deshaun Watson.
Oh man.
That's who I said. said
What?
what I said. Because
So-
he's going to be there. He's gonna be good again. He has no reason not to
I
be
like
good
Watson.
again.
Watson's good, but
Yeah.
if you're going off the top players right now,
So if I'm going off of style and play, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Watson are the same freaking guy. He can't run as good as the other two. His passing is worse than Watson's.
who can't run as good as the other two?
Allen.
Okay.
And his
That's fair.
passing isn't as good as Watson's. He has a stronger arm, but it's not as good. And then he does pass better than Lamar Jackson, but what Lamar brings to the table with his legs is better than what Allen does in a significant amount. Why are you mad? Why are you mad?
Because
I don't like him.
Allen has been in more playoff appearances than those two quarterbacks combined. Allen has played more games in the playoffs.
How
Than the
many?
Cowboys have since 1995.
In the playoffs, Allen, that's a low blow.
That wasn't
Like 3, that doesn't count.
Allen,
uncalled for. Let's start there.
Allen has played in the last 2 years.
How many?
This would be an interesting stat.
Yeah.
I would be willing to bet Allen has played in as many playoff games the last 2 years as Deshaun Watson and Lamar Jackson have played regular season games.
Wait,
combined.
say that again.
No. What?
Say that again.
You know what? He might be.
I would be willing to bet Josh Allen has played in as many playoff games as Lamar Jackson and Deshaun Watson have played regular season games combined in
It's
the last
impos-
2 years.
Oh, in the last 2 years? Okay, well, that's easy because
Well,
you're throwing out Watson.
last
Didn't play
2
last
years?
year.
Yeah.
And that's my point.
And
No,
I
he
think
hasn't. No, he hasn't because
more than
you're
Watson.
crazy.
He has, yeah.
Yeah, Watson, yeah. But when it comes to Lamar Jackson,
he only has 4 playoff games the last
Yeah.
2 years.
And how many games did Lamar
So,
Jackson
okay,
play?
let's-
more than
Lamar
4.
Jackson?
Yeah, but the year
Because
before
he
that,
was
he
hurt.
played
Like,
almost.
he's. I mean,
Yeah, but
Lamar
you're
Jackson
combining
can't stay on the.
Deshaun too, right?
No, well, Deshaun was hurt, and then he.
And then he was out for like a whole
How-
year.
Yeah, that's why it was.
Yeah.
It was a cop out.
That's my whole
Still.
point.
Okay, but not this year, but the year before that, Jackson played the majority of the year.
Did he?
Yeah.
Because that's one of the reasons why they don't want to pay him Deshaun Watson money.
Oh well, but Deshaun Watson's still good. That's why I put him above him. He's more of a highlight
Is
reel.
he? Because when the Browns put him in, he couldn't outperform Jacoby Brissett.
He just came back. He missed a whole year, new team.
But he's gonna be good.
Well,
so
yeah, now he
should
has a
have been
whole
better.
off season. Now he has a whole off season to play with these guys. I think that
Played 11 games,
Did he? Okay. All right.
Jackson
so I
did.
was proven wrong.
according to just the few stats that I'm seeing off this list. Throwing the ball over 10 times a game.
I'm not impressed by Josh Allen. One, because he's a turnover machine.
I agree with
Yeah,
that.
he is.
That's
He
huge.
showed
He's
that in
lost
the playoffs.
games.
He almost lost
He-
the Miami Dolphins.
He
'cause
lost
of-
regular season games because of the turnovers.
Yeah.
He, in my opinion, Josh Allen is today's Brett Favre.
I texted them that. I said,
Brett
exact same
Favre
thing.
was a very successful quarterback. I think Josh Allen's going to have a very stellar career. He's going to put up big numbers, and he's going to put up big numbers touchdown wise. He's going to put up big numbers
he's a
interception
fantasy
wise.
god.
Yeah. But I think is he going to win playoff games? Yes. Could he win a Super Bowl? Possibly two? Yeah.
Well, that's the though. Brett Favre though went to 2 Super Bowls and won one.
He did.
That's the.
We're still also very, very early in Josh Allen's career. But I also think he's a top 3,
Oh,
arguably 4.
Let's not. No.
Yeah.
He's
Lamar Jackson can hardly stay on the field, and Deshaun Watson barely stayed on the field.
I just got a text, guys. This is a pretty big deal. I think I won my NCAA men's bracket. Has nothing to do with the podcast, but the text reads, "Fuck you, Doug. I hope you truly enjoy it." So that's how I think.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
I don't think I won though. I think he's skewed.
You just beat him.
Yeah,
Well, that's good.
but I like it when people get mad. They
you
they're
just,
mad
like-
because I won and they say bad words to me.
You just like randomly pick a random team.
So
'Cause
I-
this
he got-
bracket was kind
Yeah,
of a
this
disaster.
whole thing was horrible.
So he got really mad at me because I don't watch college basketball at all, and he got mad at me because he goes, "How are you picking these random ones?" And I said, "Well, I flipped a coin for most of them." And he goes, "What?" And I said, "Yeah." And then other ones, a big thing I like to go to is what mascot would win in a fight. And he goes, "Are you serious right now?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "You picked Alabama to win the whole thing. How?" I
it's
said,
an
"That's a big
elephant."
elephant. They step
Yeah.
on things. Very aggressive, And he stopped texting
Yeah, he's like, okay, no more.
because he
advice from
put
Doug.
research into his. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
looked into it, and sometimes that's worse.
Yeah, a lot
When
of
it
people
comes
did.
to the bracket, that bracket
All the
is
upsets.
Okay.
tough.
So
But anyhow, sorry. Side note.
off of basketball,
Yep. Sorry.
DJ
Oh, this is easy. Pickett, 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 Pick. I'm just kidding.
soon to be.
I was gonna say
Soon to
DJ
be.
won.
Soon to be.
DJ won.
Yeah.
I don't-
But Patrick Mahomes.
Of course. We all agree on that one.
Yeah.
'Kay.
Pat and Burrow top 2, no matter what.
He doesn't want to put Burrow there. Look
You
at his
have
face.
to.
He doesn't want to.
Burrow is arguably better than.
I could see
Mahomes.
it when it comes to Pat. It just looks so smooth.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Peyton Manning almost. When he was in his, you know what I mean? It's like the things he would do in the pocket. Burrow reminds me of
Yeah.
that sometimes.
I mean, you're right.
No,
Wish
I
he
would,
was on a
But-
different team. If he was on a different team,
I would
we'd all be
argue.
like,
I know.
I would argue that Burrow is like, not to interrupt you, DJ, but I would say Burrow is like Rodgers
Sure, right.
because like he's so much more athletic than Peyton Manning, and he has the quarterbacking ability.
Right,
of
I
Aaron
just meant
Rodgers.
just the pure pocket
Yeah,
passing
he's-
that like
yeah,
like a
yeah.
precision knife, you know what I mean?
Yep,
He
yep.
has that.
Yeah.
Well, just because I don't like him, I'm gonna put
All
Justin.
right.
I'm putting Justin Herbert ahead of him.
Jeez,
Only 'cause
Herbert
I don't
hasn't
like
even won a
him.
playoff game, has he?
I don't think it comes down to that. I think it just comes down to straight up skill and how early Burrow did it. Like you're talking, Roethlisberger went to the NFL his first year, or the Super Bowl his first year, which was not him at all.
Second year.
Second year.
No, he went to the Super Bowl.
No.
Oh, they went to the
Crazy.
AFC
Yeah.
Championship, but that year he didn't do anything. Like
No, it was all defense.
the defense was
Yeah.
killing it, and they were running the football. The
The
second
hype was
year,
probably off of him.
right, and the second year he won the
Sorta
Super
like-
Bowl, which he was better. But the defense was still the number one defense. They still had a running game, so
Sort of like the Bengals defense.
they're not good.
I mean, they literally made it as far as they did because of a defensive play getting a touchdown.
He does. Okay, I'll give you
Oh,
this.
yeah, you're talking about
He
Ravens
does.
game.
I think he probably has the best receiving core in
They-
the NFL.
They were gonna lose to like.
Would you
Brett
guys agree
Hundley.
with
But
that?
either way,
Burrow has the best
so
receiving core.
so Burrow's in the top
Yeah.
5, no matter what. I'm not gonna give him a number because I don't like him, but he's in the top 5.
Okay.
doesn't get a number.
Justin Herbert's in there. I am gonna put Kenny in there because
Go on.
I am.
You have to.
Kenny Pickett. He showed that he can hang with those guys. He's the only rookie quarterback in NFL history in the Hall of Fame right now because he has back-to-back game-winning drives
As a rookie,
in the last minute of the game.
As a rookie.
And he did it against the Ravens.
I'm not saying we're not impressed, and
And the
we
Raiders.
have high hopes for him and everything, and we're big fans. But I just feel that your picks were made one of emotions and not like
Well,
facts. Maybe.
Trevor Lawrence got thrown in there because of the second half. Kenny Pickett
Is
played
that-
the best football in the second half.
We've had more of the sample size of him though to look at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Trevor Lawrence. The reason why I put Trevor Lawrence in there is because he went from being a solid quarterback and took that next step
You
up.
could see a step.
And we're only really talking
Talent. Was it-
We're only talking the one half of the league. So when you're talking top 5, you're only talking one half of the league. So
But Trevor Lawrence could only go forward. He couldn't go back any worse. Like, he sucked last year.
His team sucked
Urban
last
Meyer
year.
sucked.
yeah, I mean he didn't exactly come into the league.
I didn't
in
put
the best
Lawrence.
Situation.
I didn't put Lawrence. I haven't seen what
Yeah, 'cause
they
you
have
put-
seen.
Yeah,
Two
I mean,
quarterbacks that have barely even played.
you're saying he
Like
made his
who?
own emotion. You're saying
Who?
you
Jackson
made your
Watson.
picks off of what
I picked an MVP quarterback A, so let's pump the brakes here. Won an MVP. Okay, you didn't want to bring that up.
Who?
Jackson.
Lamar.
Oh, yeah.
You have to factor that in. He won
Yeah,
an
that was off
MVP,
of his feet.
which I talked about. If you took away Allen's feet, would anyone be impressed with him?
Not as impressed as I am, so no.
Because the way they play him is because he is, I wouldn't even say elusive, awkwardly lucky at getting mass chunks of yards because of his size, I would say. But and then Watson has highlight reels from out his career, and that's why I put them in there. And I
I
think
do like Watson. I loved Watson when he was at Houston.
when he was at Houston, I would say he was a better passer than Allen.
All right, so who's your top 5?
I gave him.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Oh.
he was
It was Patrick and Burrow, and then I'd say Herbert's a better passer,
Yeah.
and then you got Allen, and then you got Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so we
I
gave
agree. It was like identical.
It
I was
was,
shocked when you said Trevor Lawrence because I thought no one was going to say that.
Herbert has feet too, though.
Yeah, but he doesn't
Yeah,
use them
he's
like
athletic.
Allen does.
He doesn't use them as much, but he's
That's what
Yeah.
I think he's a better thrower.
Yeah, because he
and
was
I
in
think he
Oregon.
uses
Yeah,
that more.
he came from Oregon.
Yeah.
You can't play football at Oregon. as a
And
quarterback
yeah,
unless-
I know,
yeah,
right?
I think that
Do you
I
think?
think for the next, depending on how the front office organizes these teams, but I think the Bills, the Bengals, the Bills, the Bengals, the Chiefs are going to be set consistently in the playoffs because of who they have at quarterback, and I think that is one of the reasons. I think that's why you can put those guys in that conversation in the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Sign up for today?
Yeah, I don't think that
do
works. It's
All
been a
right.
good one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good
Thanks for
coming
tuning
back.
in, everybody. Listen to us on Spotify, YouTube. We'll have snippets on Instagram. What do we got? Facebook, too. Please drop us a follow, and thanks for listening.
Yep.
Go Steelers.